Hey everybody, Amy White with Worthy Written Words, and today we're going to be focusing on this 12 Apostles kit. The very first thing that we're going to do is to use this brush that came in your kit. It can be either like a pen nib or a brush tip. Either one will work. And we're going to run this over the 12 Apostles of the Restoration sticker. And I'm only going to do this with 2 words at a time so that it doesn't dry up by the time I get to the end. So by first just doing the 12 apostles and putting that pen over it and getting it wet, then I'm going to take the Perfect Pearls powder and a dry paintbrush, and I'm going to just tap it over the word so that it's all covered with the Perfect Pearls powder. And after I'm done doing that, then I'm going to tap off all the excess powder and then take a big floppy brush and just brush away any of the excess powder. Also, I didn't do it on the first 2 words, but I did it on the last. If you have some tweezers, I would use them to remove any of the stickers that are in between the letters that you're not going to be using, like in the E's and the L's and the A's and the P's. Take out those inside pieces so that they don't get stuck when you try to peel the whole thing off. And it might even be a good idea to let it sit for a little while after you have the Perfect Pearls on there and just kind of let it settle before you go about removing the whole entire sticker. I didn't have time to do that, and so it became a little bit problematic in that it was a little bit messy because these word stickers are so thin. If you are using the same exact concept on big shapes or big chunky letters, then this won't be a problem. But because I wanted it to have that look from the 1800s, that style of handwriting, these words are super tricky to remove. So it helps to remove the inside parts first so that you're not trying to rip them off later. And after you've had it sit for a little while, then you can go ahead and remove the stickers 1 word at a time. And the tweezers were super helpful for me because otherwise the glitter gets all over the Perfect Pearls gets all over your fingers, and so using tweezers helps to just eliminate some of that mess. Also, with the Perfect Pearls, it can make the stickers less sticky on the back side. I don't know if because it just transfers to the back, the powder does, but if you find yourself needing to use a glue stick to make these stickers stick better, do not put the glue stick on the piece of paper and then attach the sticker, or it will just make a huge mess. So put the glue stick on the back of the sticker itself and then put it on the page. What I mean is, like, you're going to have little bits of powder on your fingers and it's going to transfer to the brown page, and it can get really messy really quickly. So try and minimize the amount that you're touching with your fingers of the words. And if this all seems like it's way too hard and too overwhelming, then you can just skip this gold powder step and just put the words on black as well. I understand that this one's kind of trickier, and it's because the stickers are so thin. So do whatever your patience will allow you to do. And you're also given 2 sets of these stickers for that very reason, that you may mess up on some of them and need replacements. Putting all that aside, now what we're going to do is attach these pictures to the black cutout frames, and the top of the frames are going to have a line, and that line is where you're going to crease the page, the frame, so that when you put it down, it will flip up, and then on the underside you'll have a sticker about that person. So the stickers are labeled for who each fact goes with, and the pictures are labeled as well. So we're going to attach this to all 12 of these images. So you put the picture on the front, leaving room for the crease to be folded up, and then you put the sticker on the back side. It'll actually appear to be upside down, but it's that way so that when you flip it up, you can read it. Once all 12 of them are assembled, we're going to start putting them on our tip-in. And the way that I did this is I lined them up first in order that they are listed in your Doctrine and Covenants. So I did 3 rows of 4. And I found out that these are actually put in order of age. And so it kind of went from seniority. They were all called at the same time. So it went by seniority by how old they were down to the youngest. And then I also learned that David Patton is actually older than Thomas B. Marsh, but they didn't correct it. So there's that. But anyways, once you get them all set up in the correct order, then I'm going to attach each one with some of the double-sided craft tape that came in your kit, and I'm going to put it along the back side of the fold. Make sure that these are evenly spaced. I used a ruler just to kind of make sure that the top was in alignment, and then I did the sides so that they were like in alignment. But everything else I kind of just ended up eyeballing after I got the original top row and side rows done. And because I'm not one for patience or perfection to make it be absolutely perfect. But you can kind of see how I just sort of lined them up so that they all were about the same. And I think once you get the basics of the width and where they go, then the rest are just kind of easy to eyeball. Now we're going to attach this entire piece as a tip-in inside of our Doctrine and Covenants page in the introduction where it discusses the 12 apostles, and we're attaching it using a strip of washi tape that comes in your kit. And when it is put in the margins, you don't want to put it in your binding because it can ruin the binding. So once it's put in the margin as so, then you can bend it so it'll flap easy. Then we're going to work on the page topper. And to do the page topper, you're going to need to heat up your hot glue gun. First thing we're going to do is take our strip of tulle and we're going to cut it in half so that you have 2 strips instead of 1. And then we're going to take one at a time and fold that in half, and we're going to thread it through our paper clip so that the folded over part goes through first, and then we make a hole through that folded over part and we put the ends of it through that hole and then pull up. And this is, I think it's called a slip knot. But by doing this, it will attach this tool to your paper clip, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the second one. So you fold it over in half and then feed it through the folded part first and put your finger through that hole, and then where your finger is, you put the rest of the tool and you pull up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the ends of the tool and fold them in half and cut in an upward motion with scissors, and this will, instead of having like a flat edge, it will give it a little ribbon effect. You can totally skip this if it's intimidating, but you just fold it in half and you cut from the folded part upwards to the end. And now we're going to take the sticker off the back of our wax seal and put it on our paper clip, and then we're going to attach a piece of felt to the back with some hot glue. And then that's all page topper, and this kit will be done. Make sure you are subscribed so that you can stay up to date on all of our latest releases, and I will list all of the product description in the video down below, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.